We will begin in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We are officially underway. How do I shut that off? I thought I turned it off. Darn it. You know what I bet it is? I bet I have to do shutdown source when not visible. And that will stop. Because these alerts that you're hearing are for the main panel, not this one. Well, we are underway. Armstrong already on the board with a Tetris Sodium. Look for long bar, bang, Tetris. Armstrong with another one. So Armstrong with a bit of an early lead, about half a Tetris. My attention is going to be distracted because of this cider in the Masters. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. Still the lead as Sodium burns another line. Bang Tetris for Sodium. And Armstrong will reply. Bang Tetris for Sodium, who will take the lead here, 118 to 96. Armstrong will get it back, but only by the slimmest of margins, just one line. A double for Sodium will get the lead, followed by a Tetris. Oh, a bit of a misdrop for Sodium here. Armstrong should be able to take advantage of this, get some points. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. As this board for Sodium does not look all that great. Oh, can't even get the S-spin going. Yikes. He's got a dirty Tetris set up here. Just needs a long bar. There it is. Bang Tetris for Sodium. 4 rows off the ground. Quite dirty. And another dirty Tetris as well. And is now going to work on getting some of these holes taken care of. 194 for Sodium. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. 195. Both players at 47 lines. Bang Tetris again. Slight lead for Sodium. Oh! That's a bad misdrop on the J there. And another missed spin. So Sodium having some issues in the early going. Hasn't cost him too much, though, because Armstrong's been able to... hasn't been able to capitalize all that much. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. Armstrong's board's been looking fine, but just has been having to burn. Another Tetris for Armstrong. We'll take the lead, 292 to 253. Sodium looking for a long bar to try to get back into this. Bang Tetris for Sodium. Oh, my points are gone. My poor points. My poor points. Oh. GG's to Sidney for taking his first set off a fractal liver. 361 for Armstrong, 324 for Sodium. As we're approaching 100 lines. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. He's going to keep this lead at about maybe 2.5 Tetrises here. Bang Tetris for Sodium again. There's one for Armstrong, who is trying to make this comeback a little difficult. Putting on a lot of pressure with the scoring here. Threatening a 600k transition as well, which is, you know, those are pretty good. Right side is open. Needs a long bar. Oh, bit of a misdrop there for Armstrong. It's going to cost some burning, and very first thing Armstrong does is take a pair of triples to take the height pressure off. He's now having some issues. Going to have to get a piece over to the left here. Oh, a lot of delays in trying to figure out where to put pieces, causing some misdrops. Sodium has gotten the lead here, but is ahead in lines as well, and misdrops as well. So both players, right before transition, having to do some digging. Sodium should get out of this jam pretty quick. It's only one line of burning, but Armstrong is going to do another misdrop here. Very concerning. Oh, but now has the sturdy well. Long bar, bang, Tetris for Armstrong. 521 on transition for Sodium. Armstrong will not be quite that high, but 491's not bad. Bang Tetris for Armstrong, who's only a Tetris back. And after some shenanigans at the end of 18, we are into 19 just fine. Bang Tetris for Armstrong trails by about 29,000 points. Tuck for Sodium there, but that S didn't really do anything. Bang Tetris, but nice triple to clear that hole as well. Armstrong in a bit of trouble here. Needs a long bar, but covers the well immediately. And Armstrong is probably done here. Let's see what he can do with rolling. Nope. Armstrong going to top out 546, and that will give game number 1 over to Sodium. There it is. Up, we will move the seed to 3B. Sodium will BRB. Imagine we'll be back shortly. Yeah, I currently have a streak going over on the main channel at Monthly Tetris where every time that I've gone all in with all of my channel points, I have won. This last time, this Fractal Sidnev game that Sidnev just won, I lost that bet, but I couldn't go all in because I had more than the maximum amount of points you can put into a bet. So the streak's still alive, but I have a lot less points than I did. But that is okay. Because I feel like Sidnev has been on the verge of a breakthrough in Masters for a while, and I feel like this is it. This may be his chance to actually take a Masters. Performed very well against Fractal. Sodium is back and ready. We are moving the seed to 3B. So, Armstrong, if you are ready, we will get started with game number 2. All right, 3B is in and locked. Here we are, ready to go. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Talk about the 2 players on the left. We have Sodium with a PB of 1.52. That is an F. Yes, Sodium got an F in Tetris. Also has a 1.5 from 19 as well, a 1.514. So the man can play. Armstrong, 1.21 on PB. Oh, that's a bad misdrop for Armstrong. Avoids Club 0, but that's only 760 points, and Sodium takes game number 2. Whoops. Yeah, that misdrop on the S was very fatal. Well, let's increment the seed to 4C. Let's see if Armstrong can recover from that. That was crushing. Now that puts Armstrong in a very difficult position. So Armstrong is ready. And Sodium is ready. Here we go. Game number 3 will start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sodium, what happened there? Tried to get the long bar over to the right for a Tetris, but only got it into column 8. The heck? Follow-up is fine. I mean, there's no misdrop or anything, but weird start. Both players with 2 Tetrises on the board. And bang Tetris for Sodium in a quick reposition. Bang Tetris for Sodium again. Got 4 on the board right now. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. Bang Tetris, Simul Tetris coming in. Another Tetris for Armstrong. It's pretty much neck and neck right now. 162 for Armstrong, 162, 640 for both players at 32 lines. And they will both get a Tetris. So we're tied at 36 lines. Was what Armstrong did there a 5 and below or no because it was with an S piece? Like, is it technically, do you have to technically do it with an L or a J? Or is that just like an O-Tech? It's called Luke Anderson thing. All right. I don't know who Luke Anderson is, but I'm glad he's got a thing. Armstrong getting into a little bit of traffic here. So Sodium's going to get a Tetris. It takes the lead. So Armstrong will be digging for a short while here. Luke Anderson, 26. Oh no, that L. Armstrong in a bit of trouble. Should be able to get out of this with rolling. But can't afford to make another mistake this high up. Bang Tetris for Sodium. Sodium up by 3 Tetrises right now. Yeah, it's going to add another one here. 351 for Sodium, 253 for Armstrong. But Armstrong will try to strike back, but is ahead by 6 lines right now. Does the key tuck. Bang Tetris for Sodium. Also, what's going on, Christoph? Hope you're doing well today. Long bar bang Tetris for Armstrong. Trying to keep this lead under 100K, but Sodium's just not letting it stay under 100,000. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. 428 now for Sodium. 328 for Armstrong. Another Tetris for Sodium. There's a Tetris for Armstrong. Simul Tetris. And another Tetris for Sodium. Still ahead by over 110,000 points. Bang Tetris again. Just not letting up here. 512,000 at 100 lines. Bang Tetris. This is easily threatened a 650. And if Sodium keeps playing like this, it won't be a threat. It'll be a promise. Like, this could potentially be a 670 right now. Playing Tetris for Sodium. Well, that was a long mark. Well, not quite sure what that was. Oh, nice! That adjustment with the T is so good. Tetris for Sodium, 603, and another one, 626. Still 3 available if there are no burns. And Armstrong's keeping pace, too. It's been about a 100,000 point lead. Now, it will not be 3 more Tetrises, but there will be one more. And one more would be 673. And now it will be 674. Yeah, 674 transition for Sodium Overdose here in game number 3. And it wasn't that much worse for Armstrong. Like, Armstrong was in the mid-5s. Bang Tetris for Armstrong. Both players not very clean into 19. And in fact, Armstrong actually going to make up some points there. So 7-11 for Sodium, getting a slushy. 645 for Armstrong. Oh, some misdrops for Sodium. Does get a Tetris, but again, that's going to give up some pace. And even though Sodium's been playing exceptionally well on 18, Armstrong, again, not that far behind. Can't sleep on him. Oh, that's bad. Does get the square in there and bang Tetris for Sodium. And what are you doing here? You just have to take the burns, I guess, and take the triple. Long bar bang Tetris for Armstrong. He's within 40,000 points. We got ourselves a game. Bang Tetris for Sodium. There's one for Armstrong. That's only a triple. I don't think he meant to do that. Judging from the head shake, anyway. Bang Tetris for Sodium. There's the Tetris for Armstrong. Oof, some rough drops here for Armstrong. This is trouble. Sodium Overdose back to a 6-digit lead. Bang Tetris. Good long bar for Armstrong there. Armstrong is out. Bang Tetris for Sodium, though. Just shy of a max out that single. Will give it to him. 1 million for Sodium. 864 for Armstrong. Bang Tetris for Sodium. 1.032. Armstrong down by 170,000 here. Bang Tetris to try to cut into some of that lead. Getting some bad pieces now, too. And this is going to be a dig for Armstrong just before 29. This is not a good time for this. Oh, the misdrop on the yell. And that's probably going to do it in Armstrong. Hand going up to the forehead, and that is it. Sodium taking game number 3. And will advance. So GG. Let's go ahead and get this in there. We'll try to get this turned around quickly. If Nolan and Marq could get underway, we will try to transition to that immediately on the other side of the ad break. Oops. Monthly Tetris 2. That's where we are today. We'll get underway in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sodium, I have word from Pumpy that we cannot reschedule. Technically, the no-show rules would come into play, which means your match would be either at 1:20 Pacific or the end of this one, whichever is later. And then you would have 15 minutes from that time to make it. So, like, if you can get done what you need to do in the next 42 minutes, and be ready to play when. You may be fine. Both players with the Tetris to start things off. Leaving the house. Oh, no. The only other thing that I would do, like if something like that were to happen, I wouldn't be plugging in the winner. I would maybe try to get with someone to see what they can do. Like if it's some kind of extenuating circumstances came up after the schedule, maybe they'll be a little lenient, but I don't know. Bang Tetris for Marq. Marq 121, 57,000 for Nolan, who's had a bit of a suffer start here. Can all fuel with a Let's Go Nolan as their first chat in the channel. Welcome to MT2. Bang Tetris for Marq. Alternatively, you could just play the match and be late for whatever you were having to leave for. Thanks, Tetris, for Nolan. Thanks, Tetris, for Nolan again. Is trying to get back into this as Marq's looking for a long bar and not getting one. Place it down in the Aki position. Day is going well. There has been a lot of cool stuff happening today. Lots of Tetris, lots of soccer, lots of chess going on. Hikaru Nakamura is currently destroying Magnus Carlsen in the finals of the Speed Chess Championship, which I did not expect. I think Tetris for Marcus Nolan is... his name is a play on Miles the Great, and of course Miles, the big TikTok star with the digs and stuff like that. Nolan trying to make a name for himself there, too. Bang Tetris for Marq. With a 101,000 point lead, Nolan will bite into that, so a couple of Tetrises raining down, and Nolan's board is back in order. Marq's is not, however, and Marq will be leading this. No, Marq's going to play one row off the bottom here. Tetris for Nolan. Nolan almost is fully caught up. But that Tetris from Marq will keep Marq in the lead. Bang Tetris for Nolan. Another Tetris for Marq. Setting up a square tuck, but then using the square for something else. And now the game's just not giving him any squares. There we go. Finally gets a square. Sets up the double wide. Gets the Aki bar in position. He gets another long bar, so 3 long bars there. Good adjustment on that L. Bang Tetris for Marq. Marq 414. Bang Tetris for Nolan 354. And Bang Tetris for Marq. Sorry, just chatting in Discord real quick. Another Tetris for Marq. Marq's got a pretty good pace going on, but does have a pretty nasty board, so any dreams of 600k have been dashed. Bang Tetris for Nolan. Still down by about 100,000, but has the better looking board as we approach 19. Nolan seems to have settled in after having a bit of a rocky start. I think we might see Nolan trying to get on the comeback trail going into 19. Speaking of 19, 543 is the transition score for Marq. And it's going to be 503 for Nolan. So only, not even 2 Tetrises down after being down more than 100,000 points. Marq has cleaned all the way down. Oh, nice Vits. Making the adjustment, seeing the long bar coming, and getting the long bar in there. And Nolan now has the lead, 601 to 585, just like that. Nolan has taken control of this match. Another Tetris as Marq is still digging. Finally gets to the bottom of it, but this board does not look all that great. Oh, gets some nice JL. Oh, that was a good combo for Marq, and Marq should be fine. Bang Tetris for Marq, bang Tetris for Nolan. That'll be the last one for Nolan before cleaning up. Bang Tetris for Marq, taking the lead back with 676 for Marq, 663 for Nolan. Things are heating up here. A couple of bad pieces for Nolan. Going to have to burn a few more lines, but does get out of it. Just has that annoying column 9 hole right now. Just needs a long bar really to get rid of it for good. There it is. And Nolan is fine. A bit of a problem developing for Marq. Oh, never mind. Marq turning this into a column 4, but covers so well just as the long bar shows up. Couldn't make the adjustment on the S in time. Does bring this down to manageable position, and bang Tetris for Marq to take the lead back here, 778 to 738. As Nolan's ran into more trouble, and this game is so back and forth here on 19. This is kind of amazing. And Marq set up dirty. Gets the long bar. Bang, dirty Tetris for Marq in column 5. Taking the lead back, but Nolan says, no, that's my lead. 840 to 821. Level 26. Bang Tetris for Nolan. Trying to go dirty again as Marq here. And gets another long bar. Bang Tetris. 869 on to 28. But Nolan's already at 917. But Nolan does have some burning to do. Still anyone's game. And we are on the cusp of the kill screen. One more Tetris available for Marq. And there it is. Oh no, he's going to fill out the left side. Trying to play into 29, clearly, but not getting this long bar. No, Marq gets droughted at the worst possible time. And Nolan will take game number 1. Oh, man. And the max out for Nolan, too. That look says it all. GG. Get ready from both players. We'll start game number 2. Yeah, we ended up not doing seeds for this match. So they are unseeded. We have the ready from Marq. What's he putting in there? He's putting in Canal. That's for you, Canal Fuel. Shout out from Nolan. Here we go. Game number 2. We'll start it up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, bang Tetris for Nolan to get things started. Nolan did not have the best start to the last game. Looked like he came in a bit cold, but certainly turned it around. Nolan coming in with a 1.32 PB. That is from 19, tapping out of the US. And on the right side, we have Marq with a 1.27 PB, also tapping out of Germany. But obviously, Nolan is not tapping. That is rolling. So the playstyle a little out of date in exclamation point profile. That does appear to be tapping for Marq. So tap versus roll. Bar position for Marq. It's a long bar bang Tetris. $116 for Nolan, $106 for Marq. There's a long bar bang Tetris for Nolan. Marq's board's getting pretty complicated here. So Nolan should be able to take advantage of this with that clean board, but that S coming at the perfect time to ruin everything. Does take the double to clear it out. Bang Tetris for Nolan. Marq is getting this all the way down. He's going to set up a dirty Tetris. Bang Tetris. Transfers the well over to column 4. Might try for another transfer here, but gets bad pieces for it, so he's not going to be able to do it at least right away. Marq might just play from column 4 for a bit here. Modern Tetris happening before your eyes. We have the 3-6 stack. Bang Tetris for both players. Nolan ahead. But behind the lines. It's a good place to be. And Marq will set things back up into column 10. As really has a desperate need to fill out the left side. But does get a long bar. Gives him more time to do that. Nolan, a bit of a misdrop, but should be able to fix that. I was getting square bursted. This is not good for Nolan. Gets that long bar over to the right. This is very dangerous. Waiting on this long bar forever. It's not showing up, but he's managing to keep things clean. Now he's got it covered. Where is this stupid long bar? Nolan! Oh, he's got a long bar dependency over on the left. And can't get the long bar over. 291, 840 is the score to beat. A long bar will do it. Heck, a triple would do it at this point. Bang Tetris. Marq takes game number 2. I feel like there was a point where Nolan could have cleared up that well in column 7 right before that long bar came, but ended up not able to do it. So if we get it ready for both players, we'll start game number 3. There's the readies. Here we go. We'll start game 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Bang Tetris for Nolan to get things underway. There's one from Marq. Put some push down points to get things going too. Bang Tetris for Nolan. And bang Tetris for Marq. Tetris for both players. Nolan setting up the delayed Vitz. Nolan now in a bit of trouble, and again at the top of the stack. Refusing to use the long bar. Oh no. I don't know if the long bar meant to go all the way over like that. Probably did, because that would have made a very high right side. Nolan still trying to play this down. Oh, this is so precarious right now. Gets the right side open for the moment, but there's a lot of holes to worry about. Where is the long bar? It comes one piece after he covers the well. And he gets the Tetris! Nolan is still alive, but still digging. And this might be too much. Oh, gets that long bar over. But not the T, and Nolan will top out by 19 points. Marq is good for game number 3. All right. So a couple of gifts coming from Nolan. Game 1 was so good. We get it ready from both players. We'll start game number 4. Sodium awaiting in the quarters if he's available to do so. We have a ready from Marq. There's a ready from Nolan. Here we go. Game number 4. We'll start it in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Marq having to take a early hold, but will score a Tetris, as will Nolan. But Nolan with the better board get things started. Bang Tetris. And Nolan setting up, ready for another one. Gets the long bar, bang Tetris for Nolan. 69,000 now. 35,000 for Marq. Another Tetris for Nolan. He's having himself a pretty good start. What is my favorite chess opening? Don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. But if I had to name one opening out of all of chess that I would be very happy to play every time, would be the Ruy Lopez. Bang Tetris for Nolan. Yeah, there's Tetris for Marq. Nolan getting another one as well. I'm trying to learn other ones though, like I'm not 100% certain on all of the openings, but I have made it a goal to try to learn more than just what I can remember from playing 19 years ago. Doubling them up here. Bang Tetris for Nolan, 230 to 112. And Marq getting into a bit of trouble here. Long bar will go to the right, but that clears absolutely nothing. And Marq is going to be spending a lot of time here at an uncomfortable height as Nolan's going to keep scoring and just keep dominating this game. This is very dangerous for Marq right now. Needs the perfect pieces to get out of this. And is so far getting them. And finally opens up the right side. Bang Tetris for Nolan. Let's check the damage. 324 for Nolan. 138 for Marq. That is a 189,000 point lead right now. And Marq in big trouble. I don't think Marq survives this. And a big suffer game for Marq as he will top out. And Nolan with a strong win there. So look at that. The score is 2-2. That means only one thing this time. To go to the fridge, pull yourself out a nice tall glass. A decider. There it is. That's a D on your screen, folks. Kilometers the average. We get a ready. We have the ready from Marq. Just need the ready from Nolan. That looks like a mug of decider. Works for me. Marq's ready to go. Nolan taking a bit of a breather. There we go. There's the ready. Here we go. Game number 5, the decider. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh yeah, you know it. Delicious. All right. Both players ready to go. Marq with an 11-0 lead. Bang Tetris for a Nolan. We'll make sure the shutout does not happen. And another Tetris. Because, you know, I know nothing about Game 5 deciders that end in Club 0. Nolan looking for another long bar here to try to even up the score, but is not going to get one. Is going to have to dig at an uncomfortable height. Certainly doable, but not where you want to be right now. Get that long bar, and I'm surprised he made the long bar dependency, but it worked out. Bang Tetris and another one as well. 96,000 for Nolan. 91,000 is now Marq's turn, looking for a long bar and not getting one. Equal opportunity droughts here. There it is. Bang Tetris for Marq. Nolan's board all of a sudden looks looking silly. What happened? He's looking for a S, but didn't get it. Just going to burn this down. But Marq has taken the lead here. And finally, the delayed Vits. Bang Tetris for Marq. Bang Tetris for Marq again. Nolan looking for a long bar. There it is, 174 for Nolan, but 211 for Marq right now. Marq with a lead, but oh, look at these pieces. Nice down stack. About to say had an ugly looking board, but good pieces to the rescue. Bang Tetris for Nolan. There's a Tetris for Marq. Tetris for Nolan, and another Tetris for Nolan, but Marq will fire it back. This game is just about neck and neck. 265 for Nolan, bang Tetris for Marq, 284 for Marq, so give it about a half Tetris lead for Marq in pace. Bang Tetris for Nolan. And Marq's going to give away some of that, so another Tetris for Nolan, there's a Tetris for Marq at 68 lines. It is Nolan with a yeah, that's a 1,050 point lead. It's an odd lead, but that's because Marq has been pushing down occasionally. Here's a long bar bang Tetris for Marq. The lead is now 470 points. Bang Tetris for Marq. Neck and neck in the decider. There's a Tetris for Nolan to keep it level. Couple of burns happening for Marq. There's a long bar. Bang Tetris. Both players will get one. Nolan will get two. Marq not getting great pieces here. Has to set up a double well. Has to use the second long bar as an Akibar. And is getting a little slightly droughted for the third. Nolan will take the lead off that. Bang Tetris, simul Tetris. There's another Tetris for Marq. It's almost a 2 Tetris lead for Nolan. Bang Tetris for Marq. There's a T-spin for Nolan. As both of these players are playing very efficiently. Another Tetris for Nolan. Could be looking at dueling 600,000 transitions. Well, maybe not with Marq's stack right now. This is going to give the lead over to Nolan. And depending on how long this takes to burn out, could be a good lead. 544 for Nolan, 463 for Marq, and all of a sudden, Nolan's in the driver's seat going in to the 19 transition that's coming up in 10 to 15 lines, depending on which side you're on. Nice adjustment from Marq, seeing that long bar come and able to put the square all the way left. Oh, Marq's just kind of lost here. This is bad coming right before the transition as well. Not going to be able to spin anything properly. 6-12 for Nolan. Another monster transition. On that left side this time coming from Nolan. Although Nolan in trouble right before 19. Needs a long bar here. Or this transition's going to suck. Oh, he gets a long bar. Bang Tetris. So it wasn't quite 640 on transition, but it's what he has now. 522 for Marq. And Marq is in a lot of trouble, and it's just going to top out. And that's going to do it. Nolan with the victory. GG's.
In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are underway, folks, with Nolan and Sodium in round number 2. The winner, of course, will be moving on in Challengers to play in the semifinals. Welcome in, everyone. Arctic, nice to see you here. And Zempro, thank you for the subscription. And just like that, Nolan having a little bit of a slow start, but able to burn this down potentially. Just needs... Ooh, okay, the double bar dependency might not have been the exact move, but it's all's well that ends well. Yes, thank you, Zempro, for the gift sub to help. And nice T-spin set up there and executed beautifully for Nolan. Sodium, though, with a very strong lead to start things off. And Tetris for Nolan. Bit Wars in color as Sodium takes another Tetris. Just to give a little bit of a score update here, 137,000 points for Sodium. 62,000 for Nolan. Nolan with a beautiful burn set up there. Just couldn't get anything on the right side at the moment, unfortunately. Oof, and Nolan has to be careful here. Nice burn, though, with the L. And 3 L's in a row. And ooh, hopefully that's not indicative of the game that Nolan's going to have. And that's going to be at 65,000. So Sodium already good for heart number 1. GG's ready. Unfortunate, but it happens. As we have a bit war going there, thank you so much, everyone, for just being supportive of Classic Tetris, of course. So we have the ready from Sodium. Shake it off, Nolan. And we have the ready for Nolan. So let's count this down. Game number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris! And we are off. Nice Vits for Sodium, I think. I missed it, but I was looking at Nolan's side of the board. But looked like that's exactly what Sodium did. And a Tetris. And thank you, Zempro, for the 420 bits there, the end a little bit war. Both players having 2 Tetrises. Nolan ahead by just a wee bit. As he takes another Tetris, going to 71,000. With Sodium not far behind at 69,920. Nolan a little ahead here with about a Tetris, but ahead in 1 line, so ever slight lead here. Simul Tetris once again. You love to see it. Both players thriving this game. Kind of shifting the paradigm from the unfortunate early top out in the last game. You love to see when both players have a strong start, though. You don't want either of them to struggle or have any issues. Some beautiful burns there for Sodium. Sodium, of course, kind of has been popping off lately. Definitely really improving his stock as both a player, but at like just, you know, standard level, but at even one of the highest calibers. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. I mean, some great performances as we saw in Classic Tetris Brawl. And some, you know, just all around great play for Sodium in the recent, you know, month and a half or so. Tetris there for Nolan, and Nolan at 211, or 202, sorry, and setting up the Vits. And executing it beautifully. Nolan takes another Tetris. 224. And another one. So this is a slight pace lead for Sodium here, taking the Tetris. Now it's not even pace, just a slight lead here for Sodium. Beautiful burns for Nolan setup. Opting not to create the bar dependency, and beautiful adjustment of the T for that S piece that came down immediately after. And Tetris for both, 285 to 273, Nolan behind by about 12,000 points. And ahead by 2 lines, so true lead still here for Sodium, but very minuscule, of course. Nolan getting high, but able to burn this down pretty neatly. And Tetris for Nolan, 300,000 at 75 lines, to 355 through 76. So about a couple Tetris lead now, opening up for Sodium just after the halfway point of this pre-transition play. Sodium getting a little high here. Nothing too dangerous, but just, you know, has to be cognizant that, you know, has to take a few burns, and Sodium does just that. Although that T piece just had no place to go, unfortunately. Of course, thank you all for the gift subs and bits. It is very appreciated. Your support for Classic Tetris Monthly, you know, just helps us continue this community. It just makes it so we can continue to give great products to all of you. Yeah, Sodium just doing great things. By we, I totally mean Vandy, Pumpy Heart, because let's face it, they are amazing. And all the other super streamers who do wonderful things as well. As you saw before the stream started, the names on the slide. Very wonderful. And, okay, Nolan in a little bit of a dig here. 10 lines before the transition. Should be okay. Just has to take some skims. Putting a little extra bit of weight on the hole and about halfway up the stack. Nolan though, okay. Ooh, can't get that L all the way over. And needs to get the bar over now. Oh, it's not gonna rotate. That's gonna be it for Nolan, unless Nolan can. Oh, gets it over. Just needs a couple more pieces. Oh, that square hang though is gonna be very brutal. Some flat. Oh no, that's gonna be it for Nolan there. Unfortunately, at 486. So Sodium will love to take that there and get heart number 2. And Sodium with the GG's ready. Yeah, take a second. You're okay. Take a breather. In the meantime, I just want to say hi. Hope everyone's having a good, evening, night, day. We love to see everyone happy. Love to see everyone here, obviously. Late time Tetris, at least for the US, this is getting a little bit late for the US. About 9:45 p.m. on the East Coast. But we sure do love seeing people still come out. I know I do. Nothing says a good way to unwind on a Sunday night than some Tetris. 4 a.m. and I have work tomorrow. Yeah. If you can't tell, I'm on Easter time. Eastern and not Easter. So, username Gold, Alp. The fact that you are here with us, just, hey, thank you for spending your night on this Monday morning. Happy to have you here. Obviously, if you feel tired or need to feel the need to leave it all, make sure take care of yourselves. That's important as well. But we're definitely happy to see you around. Always happy to see both of you around. And Nolan is back, saying ready. Sodium saying ready. Let's count down this game number 3 then. And we're all ready. I think I'm ready. Count down. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are off to the races. Tetris for both players on the board. Nice little burn with that J for Nolan. I almost said Sodium. Sodium did not burn with the J, but instead did take a Tetris to go to 46,360. As both players are tied right now. 2 Tetrises and a burn each. Yeah, I am actually Elp's mom. And you are grounded. Even though you're an adult, you are grounded. What else is grounded? It's both players' stacks though right now. Sodium kind of just waiting for the bar, getting a little bit of a drought. Has to put that Z all the way to the left in that hole, unfortunately. It does get a Tetris, but not the best looking board as a result. And just because of that, Nolan with an early lead here, about 2 Tetris lead, 2.5 Tetris lead, give or take. Nolan's like, I'm gonna take a quick break and I'm gonna come back and just absolutely put it into overdrive. Has the keys in the ignition, revving the engine, and all's well that ends well, as we have a lead here. Just over a Tetris lead, and takes another Tetris there. 41 lines, 45 lines for Sodium. Sodium's ahead in lines as well, and behind. So this is what Nolan really would like. But yeah, both players playing very well here. And okay, gets the J. Sodium was just seconds away from something that could be a little bit risky. Another J dependency. Able to take the burn here, beautiful. With that J dependency once again. It's these J pieces that are kind of giving Sodium a struggle rate at this moment. So some B type here. Some 18.5, maybe 18.6. Sodium though needs to get the bar, gets the bar over, okay. And gets a piece to the right. Gets the square. Oh my, is Sodium gonna dig this? Flat burn. Beautiful. Oh, and perfect pieces. And Sodium survives. Not out of it all the way yet. And opens up the right side. Just needs the bar for the well. And Sodium will get a Tetris out of this. And the Tetris for Sodium, 232. But because of that situation, Nolan 10 lines behind and, you know, 140,000 points ahead. Can someone say line spin media with that dig? Sheesh. Wow. Sodium is no joke. Definitely is just rose to the top of the ranks again with that, you know, just with his play. I mean, his rolling has been super consistent. You know, some really solid stacking. I mean, Sodium has had some of the best stacking to begin with. Had mastered a lot of the adjustments early on with tapping. Kind of was one of the key players in the whole new, you know, adjustment meta, if you will. And Nolan's bored. No, this is not good. Nolan's gonna have to be careful. Beautiful pieces, just great timing. And Nolan's cleaned. Ooh, 437, but Sodium was catching up because of that. True, seeing Sodium's like facial reactions to that and just expression would have been amazing. I mean, the fact that, you know, Sodium did a pretty darn good job at surviving and still, you know, squeezing out 448 transition on top of that. Now, Nolan does have a lead here at the moment. True lead. Behind in lines. Ooh, but as soon as I say that, this is not looking so good for Nolan. 9 lines left till the transition. Playing pretty high. Oh boy, and Sodium now in the lead. But on level 20 already. 524,000. Missed the rotation of the J. Unless 200 IQ burn potentially to set up an L dependency. Okay, Nolan was able to lower the stack down. Parity, though, is a little bit rough. Nolan's gonna have to just take some burns here. It does have, you know, the runway. Full two levels almost for Sodium in the future. 608,000 points in the 22. 493 for Nolan. Nolan 493 in 20. We'll take the Tetris in the 21. 519 and takes another 546. And Sodium opens up the right side again. I mean, this could be one of the best highlights, I think, of Sodium's professional career. Getting out of that dig and, you know, well on max out 1.1 pace here. At least on in the kill screen. In the 29, Sodium could still squeeze out a very, very good score. Nolan still keeping up, you know, still 2 levels behind and 160,000. So it's a little bit of a pace lead here for Sodium, but still not a huge lead. I mean, we see about 100,000 points in a 10-line difference. That dig really just did, you know, escalate Sodium's overall stack and just line count. And Tetris there for Nolan. 758. Sodium, beautiful, beautiful, I guess, setup there for the talk. And Nolan just hanging in there. You know, Sodium kind of just went all the way, balls to the wall, almost kind of aggro there, and just it worked out beautifully. I mean, that dig, just adjustments all around. Beautiful play, for real. Nice tuck there. Ooh, Nolan has to be careful, but sets up for a nice burn with the J. Sodium just needs 2 Tetrises for the max out. There's one, and one more will do it. Doesn't even need, can just get into, you know, kill screen with some lines. Takes the Tetris, has one more available before going on the 29 speeds. Nolan with this Tetris needs 3 more for the max out. So this is going to be a competitive game on 29. Sodium 853 in 29. And Tetris there for Nolan. 2 more will do the max out. So actually kind of even pace here. And Tetris, 1 more will do it. Yeah, this is like dead even pace. Sodium with that Tetris, though. Holy crap. Oh, but that J. That's going to be it. So Sodium topping out at A96. Nolan's going to have to play a little kill screen here. A17. Needs a Tetris and a half or 2 Tetrises, I believe. This could be a line out, though. Needs to get, has an extra 100 lines to do it. Aggro gets it over, though. 60k line out. I mean, that's very doable. Nolan has to be careful. That left side's getting high. That T gets the bar over, but hangs the T in the center. Oh, no. No, no. That's going to be it for Nolan at 852. Oh, unfortunate, but that's going to be a sweep for Sodium. And Sodium will be moving on. GG. So let's showcase our bracket winner here. Sodium Overdose. You'll be moving on to the semifinals for this month's Challenger Circuit. Welcome, welcome. I feel you're definitely feeling good, I hope, after that dig and that win. And near 600 posts. So GG Sodium, and congratulations. I think we should raid.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.